Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing the 21 questions tag. This was started by Allie Glines here on YouTube, and I was tagged by my friend Sarah from Better Off Red to do this, and this just sounded like a lot of fun. Like, it digs back into your makeup history and what gets you going, trends you love, trends you don't love, and everything in between. So I'm really excited to do this. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Linda, and I'm a cruelty-free beauty YouTuber, and I always want to help you decide whether or not makeup, skincare, hair care products are worth your money, whether they are drugstore priced or luxury high-end. I just want you to spend your money wisely. So if you're into that, please consider hitting the subscribe button or just giving this video a thumbs up or hitting that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. I will leave all of these questions down in the description box below, so if you want to do this video, you can do it, and I would love if you would tag me so I can see it. I love watching all of these. I'm not going to specifically tag anybody, but just tag yourselves. That sounds like a threat or like a curse. Like, go, you know what? Go tag yourself, okay? Question number 1, what is the oldest makeup product in your collection? So I've mentioned this before, but I only went cruelty-free back in the beginning of 2018, I believe it was now. So I have products in my collection that are from before that. Should I have these products? No. Are they expired? Most definitely. Am I getting rid of them? Over my dead body. The biggest one that comes to mind, and I had just talked about this in a previous declutter, is MAC Stereo Rose. So this is a mineralized skin finish, but this was the tits back in the day. This was the makeup product that everyone went insane for, and you had to be there like with your finger on the trigger, like ready to go the second it was re-released. I myself stood in line at a MAC store the day I found out this was being released for 2 hours before the store opened because I have severe issues. It may not look like anything, but it is the most beautiful, shimmery, peachy pink, gorgeous blush. And you know what? I mean, it probably is time to get rid of it, but I'm not going to, because do you see the sheen? It's just, oh, it's so, so beautiful. And I have very strong sentimental value to this. So even though this is not cruelty-free, even though this is probably hella expired, you can pry this out of my cold dead hands. Question number 2, what is your most recent makeup purchase? So I'll be honest, my most recent makeup purchase hasn't yet arrived. I have a whole bunch of new makeup coming to me that I purchased, but it is not here yet, so I want to talk about what is here. And I think it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out Highlighter. I only bought this fairly recently, and I'll be honest, I'm still on the fence to how I feel about this. It is incredibly metallic, incredibly so, but I think that the shade is a little too deep for me. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get a good swatch, Linda. Jeez. I turned my light all the way down so you can see. It is a very golden highlighter. They make it look in the pan like it is almost white, but no, this is straight up yellow gold. So I think on my skin, it's a little too deep, but I'm not getting rid of it. So yeah, I do feel like there are ways that I can use this where it will look cool. Like maybe when it's summer and I'm outside more, because I haven't left my house in months, okay? I feel like then it might look a little better on some tan skin or some skin that has a little bit of color to it, but this is my newest makeup purchase. Number 3, what is the first makeup product you ever used? So I have 2 different ones here because the first one is not technically a makeup product, but I thought it was. When I was little, I really, really wanted to use lipstick, and my mom said that I couldn't, that I was too little, so instead she gave me cherry chapstick. Now, cherry chapstick would tint your lips just a little pinky, so I thought it was makeup, and I thought I was the shit in like my first grade class. So yeah, I guess that was sort of my first makeup product, but if you want to be real and talk about the first real makeup product, it was almost definitely Maybelline Great Lash. The pink and green container, I feel like that was so many people's first intro into makeup. I remember using that, and I think that was the only makeup I used at the time, is I would just use a little bit, and I think I even used it in brown. You wouldn't catch me dead in brown mascara nowadays because I have issues where brown mascara makes me cringe and want to throw up into a nearby ravine. But yeah, Maybelline Great Lash was the thing. Number 4, what is a makeup trend that you used to love but you now hate? Hate is a really strong word, and I don't hate any of them because they are by definition trends. They're going to appear, they're going to be here for a while, and they'll probably start to fade off. A couple of trends have hung around for a while, like putting mascara on or maybe using a little bit of blush, but they come and go. So again, this is not a trend that I hate, but it's something that I used to always try on myself. And I figured out that it just doesn't work on me, and I hate it the way it looks on me as much as I love the way it looks on other people. And that is an inner corner highlight. I will see these people who do these blinding inner corner highlights, and it is so stunning. It makes their eyes look sparkling. I also love it when someone will put a pop of color right on the inner corner, like a neutral eye with a bright ass green inner corner. Oh, I love that on other people. On me, it does not work for so many reasons. One big reason is that even though we're in a global pandemic and I am washing my hands a whole lot, I have a tendency to go like this on the corner of my eye very often, because if I get like little stuff in there, I just want to wipe it out. So if I feel that eyeshadow there, I won't even be thinking about it and I'm already wiping the corner of my eye. So then it's smeared all down my nose. That happens to me so often. And also just my eyes are slightly different in shape, so it just doesn't look right on me. You know what I mean? So that's one that I've kind of put towards the wayside. I might put a lighter color on the inner part of my eyelid, but this inner corner, it doesn't work for me. Number 5, what is a makeup trend that you used to hate but you now love? This one was pretty easy, and that is bushy eyebrows. Okay, I love bushy eyebrows now. When I see on people where it straight up looks like caterpillars on their face, I'm just like, yes, give me more. And I've been trying to do my eyebrows a little bit bushier, but dude, back in the day, my eyebrows were sperm brows. They were teeny tiny, they were little tiny pencils, and they were bad, but I thought they were great, okay? I thought they were great because at the time, that's what they should have looked like due to trends. In the 90s, a lot of us plucked our eyebrows into oblivion until there was no hair left. So the fact that I can even have this nowadays, I'm frankly freaking shocked, but I love a bushy brow now. I'm still always working on my brows. I think I kind of always will be, but yes. Number 6, what is your favorite step in your makeup routine? This one is going to sound a little bit weird, but it is when I lay down that very first crease color in my eyeshadow. My eyes are slightly hooded, but when I put on that crease shadow, I feel like it just starts to pull everything together. I feel like it's the first step where I'm like, yes, I'm wearing makeup and it's looking good. I don't know what it is, but like I get such satisfaction over taking that, you know, fluffy brush and the very first time you dip it in, it's like, I can't explain it, but a good crease color. Yeah, I feel like most people say like, oh, lipstick or mascara is my favorite step. No, it's all about that crease. Number 7, a makeup product you can't live without. Let's be honest here, you can live without any makeup. I promise you that you are not gonna perish off this earth if you don't have makeup, okay? Even though I like to tell you about makeup products and help you decide, again, whether or not they're worth your money, you don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. But for the purposes of this question, if you're talking about skincare that I can't live without, then it's lip balm. I actually have an addiction to lip balm, unfortunately, where if I don't have it on me, I actually start to get nervous. I know that's real creepy sounding, but it's like I have a car lip balm, a house lip balm, a purse lip balm, a desk lip balm. I need to have access to lip balm at all times. It's making me sound real. As far as makeup though, again, I hate to use the phrase you can't live without it, but mascara. I feel like mascara is the one thing that I can put on where I feel more put together. Even if I'm wearing no foundation, no concealer, no eyeshadow, nothing. If I put on mascara, I feel like it opens my eyes, it makes me look a little bit more awake, and it just sort of brings things together. If I had to pick one makeup product that I was going to use for the rest of my life and I couldn't use anything else, I guess it would be mascara. Or maybe I just wouldn't wear makeup at that point. Number 8, what sparked your love for makeup? For this, I would have to say that it was a social media network, if you will, called LiveJournal back in the day. How many of you remember LiveJournal? A lot of people don't remember it, but it was the tits. It was kind of my life in the early 2000s. What it was is you would write out long form journal entries, and it could be about your life, but there were also communities. So I sort of stumbled into some makeup communities, and I don't even know how. One of them was called MAC Cosmetics. The other one was eyeshadow sluts. And I would look at these people creating these elaborate looks, and for the most part, it wasn't somebody doing a look like this where it was a wing and a neutral eye. It would be like hot pink with green and blue and purple and dots out to here. It was very intricate. But what I loved most about it is that these looks weren't perfect. There were no Instagram filters. Barely anyone even knew how to use Photoshop at that point. So you would get these looks that by today's standards were incredibly imperfect, incredibly basic, but then everyone would cheer each other on, and it was such a community feeling that you'd be like, oh my God, girl, you crushed that eyeliner today. And everyone was very supportive, and it really sparked my love and just absolute obsession with makeup. Number 9, what is the worst makeup look you've ever done? I've had a lot, like a lot, but I'm gonna have to say it was this one. This was metallic silver on the first half of my lid with hot pink on the outer half of my lid with no blending in between. Not a lick of blending. There was no mascara, there was no foundation, there was no concealer. It was literally just 2 shades of eyeshadow, not even trying to be blended at all. But at the time, I really thought it was the shit. I thought this was the best thing I had ever done. Now I look back on it and I'm just like, oh. Okay, I'm wearing a ring that has a triangle. I think I just made a hole in my brand new leggings. I did. I'm a danger to myself. Number 10, what is your favorite makeup look that you've ever created? It's kind of a simple look, but I'd have to say it was this one. So this is one I created when I was working with Moda brushes, and I decided that I wanted to do a look, and I called it Glitter for Carrie because I was doing it in tribute of Carrie Fisher, because Carrie Fisher, aka Princess Leia, loved glitter. So I had just all this glitter, and I had a crisp red lip, and my wings were sharp. I just really loved this look, and I don't know why. It just made me feel really, really good, and it wasn't a particularly difficult look to do. So I feel like that kind of helped it a bit, but I just felt really confident in this look. Number 11, what is your favorite drugstore makeup product? I would have to go, and I thought about this for a while, Milani Luminoso blush. So this is an oldie but a goodie. This is old packaging, I will say, but this is one of their baked blushes, so it is domed on top, even though this one is pretty dang flat at this point. But I love this blush. It is a shimmery pink. It definitely has a sheen to it. And I feel like it looks good on so many skin tones where, again, it's that peachy pink shimmer that I am obsessed with. You can see the sheen there. It's just really beautiful. It has a golden peachy pink shimmer. I love it. And I feel like back in the day, everyone talked about Milani Luminoso, and now I don't hear about it as much, but to this day, whenever I have friends that are like, recommend a blush to me that I can get at Target or CVS, I always recommend this blush. Number 12, what is your favorite splurge makeup product? So this is not going to be a splurge to some, but this is definitely a splurge for me. And it is the Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Blushes. These are so perfect. This one in Genesis is, God, I'm just holding up like peachy pink blush after peachy pink blush, but I swear these are just so gorgeous, and they're so incredibly metallic. You don't even really need a highlighter with these. These are also from the collection where they did the duos. I just adore these so much. And I feel like these don't get a whole lot of play, but these are $39 each. So I'm holding like 160 bucks worth of product in my hand right now, in one hand. So I do consider these to be a splurge because you're just getting one item. It's not like you're getting a palette for $40. You're just getting a blush. But these, I feel like they're really worth it. The quality is just next level. They have several colors. I would just check them out. Trust me on this. These are so damn good. Number 13, what is your most repurchased makeup product? You are probably all hella tired of me talking about this, but don't think I care at all. Like, not even a little bit. The Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. This is the best mascara I have ever used. It's just so volumizing, and it has one of those thick wands. I just adore this. I really do. I think it's really good for my lashes. I know that some people hate this mascara. I am not one of them. So this retails for $24, and I want to say that this is easily my 5th or 6th tube of this. I don't tend to repurchase makeup because I feel like there's always something new coming out, but this is a standby that as long as it exists, it's going to be in my collection. Number 14, what is your earliest makeup memory? So I've watched a bunch of these videos and I feel like people always have these beautiful stories of being a little kid and watching their grandma put on some eyeshadow for the first time, or watching their mom meticulously line their lips in their vanity every morning. And I'll be honest, like, I don't really have those memories. For as long as I can remember, my mom has been using some very minimal makeup because she's freaking stunning with or without it. So she doesn't need a whole lot of makeup. My grandma didn't wear a whole lot of makeup. So my first really vivid makeup memories were actually in high school, if I'm going to be honest. And it was when I sort of found a makeup style I liked and I stuck with it and wore the same damn thing every day. And it was pretty much this. It was thick winged black liner, no eyeshadow, no brows, no concealer, no foundation, none of that, and dark, dark purple vampy lipstick every freaking day. This was my look. This was my vibe. I thought it was real cute at the time. Looking back now, I'm like, you know what? On like 16-year-old Linda, that was kind of freaking cute. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad that I went through a stage where that's all I wore. I see these like 13-year-olds now with these incredibly stunning, elaborate looks, and I'm like, why didn't you get to go through the awkward phase that I did? It's just not fucking fair. Number 15, what is your favorite place to shop for makeup? For me, it's definitely Ulta, because I love the fact that I can get drugstore priced and higher end products. And granted, they don't have usually a luxury section, but I like that I can grab both. And also, I find that the employees that work at Ulta, there's less of an air of I'm better than you. Whenever I go into Sephora, I feel like they look at me differently. And I don't know why. Maybe that's my own insecurities. I'm very willing to admit that. But I definitely feel like they judge you when you walk in. Now, 9 times out of 10, if I'm out shopping or if I'm just out having a day, I might not be wearing any makeup because I'm just letting my skin breathe, because when I do makeup, I do makeup. If I'm walking in there barefaced, people are real hard to find if I need help. Whereas at Ulta, I feel like they're more approachable and more down to earth. I don't know what it is, but I prefer that. And also, the points system at Ulta is so much better. I have gotten so many great things. Like I got $150 off my Dyson Airwrap. But at Sephora, they're like, oh, you spent $10,000. Here's the thimble. I still love Sephora. Don't get me wrong. I adore Sephora. But when you're comparing the two, it's going to be Ulta. Number 16, what is the most underrated product you own? I thought this one was going to be hard, and then as soon as I saw this product, I was like, no, that's it. So this is by Naked Cosmetics, and look at that packaging. Oh, it's so good. This is a brand not a whole lot of people have heard of, but I fell in love with them years ago because they came out with a stack of pigments that would shift colors whenever they were applied on top of different bases. Then they came out with a pressed palette and made it way easier. So it's hard to see, but these are all very light shades of, you've got pink, you've got purple, peach, green, blue, and yellow. These make for excellent highlighters. If you have maybe a more fun look that you're doing and you want a blue highlight, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. Put these over a black base and they pop like no one's business. No one ever talks about this. And I can't stress enough how amazing this is, and how if you are any kind of a makeup artist, an influencer, somebody who just loves makeup, you should have this in your collection. By the way, as always, all of these products are going to be linked down below. If you want to check out any of them for yourself, just check out this though. Check out this. Number 17, what is the most overrated product you own? So I'm in the process right now of doing declutters and just really being hardcore about decluttering my collection. So I don't own a whole lot of products that I'm like, oh, I feel like that's completely overrated and I hate it. I've gotten rid of those by now. But I did find one product that I enjoy, but not nearly as much as everyone else, okay? And that is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blushes. I'll be honest, I only have one, and I have it in the shade Party, and I have made a significant dip in it. But I feel like when people talk about these blushes, they talk about them like they're the freaking holy grail. They're nice, but they're just powder blushes. The pigment's decent, but they're just powder blushes. I just don't see anything extraordinary about these, but they have such a cult following and have for many years. What am I missing? What am I missing? Number 18, what is a discontinued makeup product that you wish would come back? So again, this one was kind of hard for me because I always feel like when a makeup product is discontinued, you can find something else always. But one thing that I wish would come back, and this is not so much for me, but for all the makeup enthusiasts that I see, all of the Melt Cosmetics palettes that are limited editions. We're talking about the Amor Eterno collection, so the Vida and Muerte palettes. We're talking about the Beetlejuice collection, and trust me, I understand why they couldn't bring back the Beetlejuice collection because it is under licensing, everything like that. There was such a rabid want for all of these products, and then when people couldn't get them, they were so bummed. And I still see people on makeup communities that's like, is anyone selling the Vita palette? I still want it. It's the one that got away. Or same thing for the Beetlejuice palettes. I kind of wish that Melt was able to maybe have a bigger stock or keep things around a little bit longer so that more people could get their hands on them. But as for my collection, I don't really have anything for this answer. Number 19, where do you go for makeup inspiration? So I definitely look on Instagram a whole lot for makeup inspiration, but YouTube is my go-to for the most part. I love watching people try out different techniques, and it's not uncommon for me to search for like liquid eyeliner basics for beginners or things like that, because no matter how good you think you are, there's probably someone that can break it down and make things so much easier for you and just really dive deep into how to work with your specific facial features. So I am not a makeup artist. I have never been a makeup artist. So I look to makeup artists on YouTube to teach me. But as far as color inspiration, it can come from some weird ass places. Maybe I'll be looking at a tree and I'm like, oh, that's a really pretty tree. I want to put that on my face. When I get inspired by makeup, I get so happy because it's just, I'm not an artist in any way. So this makes me feel somewhat arty, and I don't know, it just is something that makes me happy. Number 20, what do you hope to see less of in makeup's future? For this one, I want to see less editing in makeup ads and makeup promo shots because there is nothing that pisses me off more. The big one I have a tendency to see constantly is that when a brand is advertising a mascara, you'll look at the model and you're like, there's no way a mascara did that. And then there might be this little caveat at the bottom that says, oh, by the way, the model is wearing fake lashes. How the hell are you going to advertise a mascara with someone who's wearing fake lashes? Like, that is the epitome of false advertising to me. And yes, I'm aware of the pun of false advertising and false lashes, get it? I just don't get it. Or when they're advertising a foundation and you can see that they went in with a heavy hand on Facetune and smoothed out any imperfections. It just really bothers me. Show this on real skin. I want to see foundation over somebody with chronic acne. I want to see mascara on somebody who has short little stubby eyelashes that are completely blonde. I want to see eyeshadow on people with hella hooded eyes or with eyes that are really deep set or further apart. I want to see all of that. I want to see everyone represented. So I just need to see less editing in these ads. And number 21, what do you hope to see more of in makeup's future? I hope to see more of people not giving a fuck. Just like I was mentioning before, I feel like on Instagram, I'm starting to see this turn of people editing less, which makes me really, really happy. People showing up close of their skin when there are pimples or whatever it might be, or if they have crow's feet and maybe their eyeliner looks a little crazy like this. I love it when people show those imperfections because all that over editing does is make other people feel bad about themselves. I'm not saying you can't edit your photos. Please go ahead. And if you want to edit it to the nines where you look like straight up plastic and that's your jam, go for it. But I do feel like there's something to be said for those people that are editing less. I'm personally trying really hard to edit less. I will be the first one to admit that I will edit out some things from time to time. Like if I see that I had some eyeshadow fallout down here that I missed when I was doing it, I will clean that up because I feel like it takes away from the look. But I've been trying to leave my little scars that are on my face or like the wrinkle that's on my nose. I'm trying really hard and it's difficult for me because I'm so used to seeing these plastic people. But I just want to see, again, more of people not giving a fuck. More of people just being who they are and showing who they are to the world. That's it. Woo! 21 questions. Those pieces of paper went really far. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had fun doing this and it was nice to just sit down and chat and be chill with you all. Again, all the questions will be down below. So if you do this, I would love to see your video. It's so much fun to do and just to kind of look back and figure out kind of what makes your makeup brain tick. Again, if you haven't yet, I would love if you'd subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.